There's your weather video for this Sunday, February the 4th. And I am in Salt Lake City about to board the Amtrak California Zephyr, the westbound train, to go through the California Northern Sierras early tomorrow morning over Donner Pass and hopefully see lots of snow. And lots of snow is in the forecast. This is off the HRRR showing Sierra. They'll be traveling right through here through Reno, Truckee, and then over Donner Pass. And this is snowfall by 1 p.m. tomorrow, which should be about the time we're crossing Donner Pass. And it looks like snowfall amounts could be approaching 20 inches. Now, this area right here, as you drop, you about a little over 7,000 feet at Donner Pass. And, you'll quickly go down into the valley. I'll end up at Sacramento. And then turn around and do it again on Monday, going back the other way. When those snow totals could be even more impressive. The forecast is extremely impressive, with winds as high as 60 miles an hour, some gusts to near 100 on the crests, and it's going to be an interesting trip. I'll have lots of pictures and videos I'll be putting on my Twitter feed at WX Historian, and here's what's going on though back home. Here as I recorded this around 11:20, this is what things are going to look like when you see this video, 6 a.m. on Sunday morning. Large area of rain across much of Alabama, spreading steadily to the northeast. Good soaking rain, several hours. Most of the state probably picking up around 1 inch of rain from this system. Low pressure developing over the Gulf of Mexico. But as we go through time, you can see this thing's kind of weird. It just sort of rotates around an axis, keeping much of north and central Alabama in the rain. This is tonight, Sunday evening, around 7 p.m. So the southern half of the state's becoming mostly dry with just a few showers, but North Alabama's still getting it. You see things are kind of rotating around upper low, and we'll talk about that upper low in a minute. That rain will finally be out of here Monday morning. I may have taken the rain out of the forecast too early for Monday. We'll see. These are temperatures early this morning. Going to be in the 40s across the entire area. The shocking thing, though, is temperatures only go up a degree or two today. Backdoor cold front moved into the northeastern half of Alabama on Saturday, and it's settling down into a line somewhere there from about Reform or maybe Vernon and Lamar County down to around Troy. You can see places in north central Alabama not even going to get out of the 40s today. Calling for a high of 47 at Birmingham. And really, the interesting range is going to be there if you go down I-65, 45 at Coleman, 47 at Clear, 50 at Montgomery, 56 at Greenville, 60 at Evergreen, and then 65 at Mobile. So, there's a 20-degree gradient in temperature there, and that'll be quite interesting. The other story is the wind. As a matter of fact, let me show you real quick. These are wind advisories. Weather Service Permian put one up tonight for all their central Alabama counties. Mobile's had one up along the Gulf Coast, over Tallahassee, one along coastal sections too, and Jackson's got one up, or I'm sorry, Slidell's got one up along the Mississippi Gulf Coast. But that's because of these winds. They're gusting to around 30 miles an hour now. By the time you watch this, over a good bit of north and central Alabama. And as we go through time and surface low develops there over the Gulf, some pressure gradient, it's going to be some gusts of 35 or 40 miles an hour there along the Gulf Coast. Gale warnings in effect in some of the coastal waters there. This is the upper pattern across North America early on this Sunday morning, showing big upper level system there from eastern Texas into much of Louisiana. Center of that upper low is around Texarkana this morning. That rainfall, that axis is going to be rotating around that as this upper low swings to our south, moves out over the Gulf. Will form a couple of secondary lows that will move across. Parts of Texas going to have severe, I'm sorry, parts of Florida, central Florida, marginal risk today. South Florida and the Keys, actually a slight risk. level 2 out of 5 for those areas. Here in Alabama, nothing for us. Could hear a little thunder today. I think that's definitely a possibility. Um, you're going to notice, you're going to notice those, periods of rain and some windy conditions all through that period. Now, model fans, let's get the old GFS cranked up here. I'm going to use the 18Z run because we're just getting toward the end of the 0Z run. But this lines up nicely with what we're seeing on the HRRR rain this morning across a good bit of central, southwest, northwest Alabama. Surface low developing there south of Destin, another surface low there off Fort Myers, off the Florida coast. This rain will continue to spread to the northeast through the day. Another surface low coming out of southeast Louisiana, but rain begins to diminish tonight. May still be a little around in Monday. I think I might have to go back in there and change that forecast. I was calling for mostly dry conditions, but the good news is as we get into Tuesday through really Thursday, ridge of high pressure develops along the east coast. We stay dry. Here's Tuesday night into Wednesday, and still dry there Wednesday night. High pressure large and in charge on Thursday. Next system beginning to move into the Arkla Miss area there Thursday night. That front has a real hard time getting into Alabama thanks to that ridge, but we've got showers over north and northwest Alabama by Thursday night, sliding down into central Alabama Friday morning during the day, kind of weakening and falling apart. A few showers stay in the forecast through Friday night. But look here, on Saturday, things begin to light back up. That front probably, though, is down around Clanton at that point. So Saturday during the day, rain will be increasing, really from I-20 to the south and beginning to edge back to the north Saturday night. This is midnight, early Sunday morning, and you can see good spread of rain there across Alabama, moving into Georgia. That system's kind of edging out, but another wave moves along the front Sunday night. And it energizes the rainfall again into Monday morning. Now, that sounds like a lot of rain, but if you look at the precipitation totals, those second system only producing about a third to maybe three-quarters of an inch of rain. On this first system that's coming through early today and through much of the day today, I think much of Alabama could get an inch, and that's not bad. Our short-term lawn and garden needs are in good shape. We still have a good bit of drought though across Alabama, and we'd like to erase that. And I think we'll continue to make a dent at it as we go out into the 2 week period. There's another system sliding along on Thursday the 15th. And then another system and a shot of cold air, maybe a few snowflakes up in North Alabama there Friday night the 16th into the 17th rain though for much of central Alabama. That system moves through pretty quickly, but we're going to notice some really chilly air on that back end. That Saturday, Sunday into that Monday. Look, here's looking like a little snow for North Alabama, long way out. But there's definitely some interesting activity coming into the period there. This is noon on Monday, the 19th. Now, talking about clearing, clearing should begin early in early Monday morning in North Alabama. It'll be a little slower for central parts of the state, but everything north of Montgomery should see sunshine by sunset on Monday night. Then we clear out, a few high clouds moving across on Tuesday. Wednesday, clouds will be sort of increasing. Thursday, that next system gets in there. These are temperatures off the national blend of models for Birmingham, only in the 40s today. Be pretty decent this week, hovering around 59 to 60 degrees, overnight lows in the 30s, low 40s until Friday. Things start to warm up ahead of that next system. 63 on Friday, 64 on Saturday, 65 on Sunday. A nice progression there. Temperatures falling down though on the other side of the weekend. Lows Monday morning in the upper 40s, but falling the upper 30s, lower 40s by Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll let you the video for this Sunday, February the 4th. Been my pleasure to deliver it to you today. Try to keep you posted on a very scenic trip through this coming Sunday morning and during the day on Sunday, and hopefully again on Monday. Had a great time, National Storm Chasers National Storm Chasing Summit. I have to always get the name right. I tell you what, Eric Fox, who was on Weather Brains back in early January, just knocked it out of the park. 460 chasers. Some of the most famous names in the industry spent a lot of time. Brett Adair, Charles Peak from the Weather Channel, and just had a blast. Our very own Rick Smith from Weather Brains was speaking on mental health this afternoon. Fantastic program by Skip Talbot today, analyzing those chasers that got hit by the tornado in Illinois back in April, and helping, analyze the accident and come back and help make us safer when we're chasing, because you've got to be situationally aware, and you can use some science and just good situational awareness to stay out of trouble. Because as Skip Talbot said, a car is a steel cage death trap, and a ditch is even worse. And so, just not a situation that you want to put yourself in, whether you're just a civilian, in a tornado situation or a trained chaser. That is something you don't want to do. Speaking of Rick Smith, tomorrow night we'll be talking to Mike Gramillion from the National Water Center. We are so blessed to have this facility in Tuscaloosa. And Mike will be telling us all about the incredible work they're doing down there at the National Water Center. That's Weather Brains, the weekly netcast that's all about weather. We recorded at 7 p.m. live on YouTube, and you can always pick it up wherever you get your podcasts or at weatherbrains.com late Monday night. Let's weather video. For this 4th of February, I'm meteorologist Bill Murray. I'll be back next Sunday. Scott will see you next Saturday. I enjoyed sitting in for him yesterday. The famous James Spann will be doing 2-a-days starting tomorrow and all week. And as I always tell you, until I get the chance to see you next week, have a great week and keep an eye to the sky, because you'll always have something fun to look at.